Hello, how's it going? Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're well, that you've had a great week so far. It's been pretty nice over here, pretty aligned with my energy, quite nice and uplifted, and making things happen, connecting with amazing people. So, yeah, things are pretty good. How about yourself? What's been going on? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know whether you're on a replay or live. I'm just going to make sure as well that the sound is good. If you can let me know, that'd be awesome. Because you always have to, yeah, we always have to make sure the technology is on our side, guys. So I hope you're well. I hope you are having a great week so far. And hey, Facebook user. I don't know who you are because you probably have to. Oh, Gemma. I can see from my phone, but because on the laptop, since I'm going through StreamYard, it doesn't show if you don't accept the StreamYard recognition thing. Anyway, so I hope you're well. Today, I want to share some details on, or some, a bit of a topic around why is it useless to create more content for your social media, for your business, for your presence online, if you don't do that one thing. And I'll share with you what it is, right? Because I used to do that, waste of time, and I'm sure that you most likely, if you're running a business on social media, the reason you are doing some post creations and content for your social media is because you want to generate leads and cash flow, right? Drop me a yes if that's right, if that's correct in the chat. Let me know if leads and cash flow is what you're trying to get by running your business online, creating content, etc., that is going to attract the best qualified potential clients into your business. Now, there's one thing that is necessary to do when you're creating those content, and if you don't do that one thing, then you're wasting your time, clearly. But before I go on to this, if you're new here, you're welcome. Nice to meet you. Let me know where you're tuning in from. My name is Thierry from thierryvalexander.com. Each and every single week, we're meeting here, specifically on Thursday at 8 p.m. On my business page, Thierry V. Alexander, the Rise and Roll private community, as well as the amazing YouTube channel, right? You can see me all around throughout the week on live as well and posts, etc. But on, hey, Thelma, nice to see you. So, however, every single Thursday, we are here at 8 p.m. Pretty much sharp. I'm a little late today because I was with a coaching client just before, and it went slightly over. So I do apologize. That's me being transparent and showing that I'm not perfect either, right? So now, what is that one thing that we need to do in order to make sure that the content you're creating for your social media is not going to be useless? Well, I'll tell you, because I see that a lot on a lot of people that I'm scanning the profiles of, that are saying they are in business and they want more leads and cash flow and people to talk to. It's interaction. But what is interaction, right? We've got to be clear on this. Like, I'll take the example of someone that I've seen that is in the art space and then shared some of their work on social media. And they said, oh, I've got so many impressions, like, 50,000 or 100,000 impressions. I think that's the verbiage for Twitter, right? And it's great. Now, the thing is, what do you do with those impressions? Because that person says, I've got that many impressions, but I've got no sales. So basically 100,000 people that have seen their content, yet no sales. There's a problem there, right? If you have a group of 6,000 members, and again, there's no sales going on, there's a problem. I've got a group of 185 members and I get sales. Right? Hint, hint. So it's not about the numbers, it's about the strategy. And it's not about, it's not even necessarily about the strategy, but how we do the strategy. Whatever strategy you're using, you've decided to pick, do you actually do the do? And engaging with the viewers is very important. But how do we engage with the viewers? Well, I can tell you that most of the time when I get on calls with potential coaching clients and they're telling me that they don't get sales, that they have a lot of views, my question is the following: do you ask for the sale? What do you mean, do you ask for the sale? Yes, do you ask people if they want to buy your stuff? Do you actually offer your solution, waiting for them, expecting, hoping that they're going to tell you, I want it, yes, here's my card? That can be done when you are running your strategy very well and for a long time enough. Yet, most of the time, we've got to be proactive at asking, hey, are you open to take a look into this? Hey, I've seen that you've actually checked this or that content of me. Were you wanting more information on that? Because if we don't ask for information, if we don't ask for the sale, well, we're not going to make any sale. We've got to be proactive at it, right? Do you understand what I'm saying here? Do you relate? Do you ask for the sale? I used to not ask for the sale, right? So who are you asking for the sale or not? And if not, what's the reason behind not asking for the sale? Is it because you're shy? Is it because you don't know how, which was me? Is it because you've got fear of rejection, which was me as well? Is it because you don't know how to present without being salesy? That was me too. What is the reason for not for you not to be asking for the sale? Like, share with me in the chat so that I can help you out if there's a limiting beliefs over there that needs to be overcame, then needs to be tackled in some ways. Because asking for the sale is so important. But how do you do this without becoming coming across salesy, without being pushy? Also making sure that you are trustworthy. Well, you've got to build the know, like, trust factor, right? Very important. And before I get onto this, actually, before I get on the details of how do you also build the know, like, trust factor from between you and your audience, whether they are already qualified leads or potential clients, or they are already clients of yours. Well, if they're already clients of yours, clearly the know, like, trust factor has been established, hopefully, right? Because otherwise they would not have purchased from you. That's essentially a clue that the know, like, trust factor has been established. Now, do you know how? Because I remember myself when I was actually attracting and making sales for sometimes, and then for a long time I was not making any, and I was like, how did I do that? Basically, I was wondering. I managed to establish a know, like, trust factor between me and those people, yet I didn't know how I did it, how I established it. If that's you, it's fine. There's hope, because I've managed to figure that out for you, right? And I'm going to bring that on the table for you today. Now, this is also, actually, you might have heard me talk about the bootcamp that is actually going on at the moment, that I'm part of myself as a student, where yesterday, hold on, no, it's Thursday, so the day before yesterday, because it's on every Tuesday for 8 weeks, it was the second session. So essentially the second week, okay, out of the 8. And this week on the session, it talked about, I'll tell you exactly, a simple and comprehensive process that the speaker is following in their system. She's an 8-figure earner, right? And also the few important steps that we actually need to take. And she helped us to streamline our own process. on how to put ourselves across in the marketplace, whichever field we are in, and also get clarity and really understand what we truly need to do in our own process, own individual process. This is what we covered this week. I mean, that if that doesn't sound amazing to you, I can tell you, period, that it was just mind blowing again. And we've got another 6 weeks to go. All this is luckily, thankfully, recorded, and also we get a lifetime access to all the recordings, which the 2 weeks that just passed, including this one that I've just mentioned, they are already in the back office. So we already have access to those 2 recordings and all the bonuses that they've promised us as well. And this is actually still available, right? If you wanted it, if you wanted to have access to that, it is still available. In fact, let me just quickly share. Oh, let me see. It's a little slow somehow. I don't know if your screen has been slow lately or your internet. But let me just share very quickly, this my screen with you, where it explains a little bit more of the 8-week bootcamp that helps us and helps you make money fast promoting any type of business opportunity, products, services, even if you are completely brand new, which I think is the most mind-blowing thing, because that means it suits everybody, right? And so what I want to share with you is the very special speaker that we're gonna get, and that you might have heard of as well. So let me just give you a quick overview here, and then we'll go back into the know, like, trust factor. So yeah, so this is it. So basically, in this event, in this 8-week live event, we have eight top earners that are coming each and every single week. They are being interviewed, they're giving us their wisdom, and they're giving us so much value. I mean, listen, even if you cannot go live on this, I can tell you this is so worth it, because again, you've got lifetime access to all the recordings. So I mean, even myself that is tuning in live, although it's at 1:00 a.m. UK time, which is 8:00 Eastern time in the evening, then I'm going to review the replays anyway, because there's so much goodness in there. I'm taking notes and I'm implementing as well. It's all about the philosophy of how those people are thinking, so that we can think the same to attract and create the same type of results that we want in our own life, okay? So this is the reason it's so important to hang around the campfire with the people that you admire and that have created similar results of what you want to materialize in your own life as well. And one of the guest massive speaker, as you can already see, is Ray Higdon. Ray Higdon, just for the records, has been in foreclosure at some point in his life. He was completely broke, and he was also in a divorce at that point, but now he's happily married with a couple of kids, and very smart kids, actually. His daughter, oh my God, this is so funny. Like, his daughter, who's now about eight or so, today he posted that she said to her mom, so his wife, let's play hide and seek. And then the mom went, and that was already 20 minutes she was hiding, and she actually was sat, the daughter, on the couch watching TV while the mom was waiting for her to find her, because they've got such a massive house. You can follow him, you can go and check him out if you don't know him. But most likely, if you are in the home-based business, you might have heard of Ray Higdon. In fact, drop me an X or RH for Ray Higdon in the comment section, letting me know that you ever heard of him, you have taken one of his challenges, like the rank makers, or maybe some of his coaching services. Let me know in the chat if you ever heard of him, or use one of his services or anything of that sort. So anyway, this guy is went from foreclosure, a divorce at the same time, to now being happily married with 2 kids and having hit $1 million in only that MLSP platform, this platform where we get the bootcamp, and which is the attraction marketing platform that I'm personally using as well, by the way. So he's massive, and he's going to come on this bootcamp to share with us how to make sales and create cash flow with anything that you want to promote, right? That's the aim of this bootcamp anyhow throughout. Some people are in e-commerce, some are in affiliate. Ray Higdon is now a trainer in the home-based business and digital entrepreneurial type of space. And again, we're going to get lifetime access to all those recordings, which the couple of weeks, including this week that I've just passed, are already in the back office. So anyway, that's me rumbling, and I just wanted to share with you who is going to be there, and that is so awesome. So if you want more info on this, just go to this link that is right here, thierryvalexander.com/bootcamp, and then you'll get the info. You can go and register and get access to everything and be part of the party, basically, right? So going back to the know, like, trust factor, how do we build the know, like, trust factor in between ourselves and our audience, our leads, our qualified potential clients or customers or teammates, whatever you are calling them, or whatever it is that you want to attract within your business, what type of people? How do we establish the know, like, trust factor? Let me take a breath, right? Usually have a glass of water here, but not today. So first, the know part. People need to know you, who you are. So when you are publishing content that is just about your business, your product, your services, not giving it any context, not giving some of your behind the scene, your story, who you are, what you do, not saying that you've got to share your dirty laundry on social media, yet you've got to give value to people. That's how you've got to be out there. You've got to share of yourself, right? A little bit of the background, the behind the scene that you're comfortable to share, and so that people can relate to you. When you are, like, for example, now I share about my plants. Well, I mean, this one is more like a mini tree, really. Literally, it's been growing. You know what this plant is, by the way? It's, if you're in the UK, you might know this. It's the Christmas plant, which normally has red leaves. And well, now it doesn't grow any red leaves anymore, but they actually throw those plants every year. Poor little things. They just get onto the sidewalk every single year. So we kept ours. We actually rescued 2 from the streets, and this one has flourished to the point, and it's very what's the word? It expands massively. Like, there's growth on the top of each of the branches. It's crazy. Even at the bottom, it was tiny. It was like this, and now it's becoming like such a bush. It's crazy. Anyway, but I share about my plants. I share about my lifestyle. I share about when I go running. I share about my love for traveling, for spirituality, like meditation, gratitude journaling, all those things, because my audience, my people, as I like to call them, you are going to relate. If you're here, it's because you relate to me in some way, shape, or form, or you like the content that I'm sharing. So that's how you build the know part. You've got to be a little bit more transparent and sharing about yourself. If you're in business, you've got to be out there. You cannot shy away. I had some coaching clients that, and don't get me wrong, that is quite common, not common, but it can happen. I've seen it a few times where some people have the idea that a business is just the business and they are just behind, they have nothing to do with it. And it's like, no, especially not nowadays, because people want to connect with people more than ever before, right? Especially from everything that we've experienced over the past 18 months, people want that connection again. So they want to see that there is a human being behind the business, someone that they can actually approach, they can talk to, they can relate to, they can connect with, they can communicate on a human level with, right? So being part of it, the business is you and you are the business. You don't have to work in the business, you work on your business, but essentially you are the business, right? Like for me, that's what it is. It's like my life, my marketing is my life, and my life is marketing. When I go somewhere, I think, okay, how can I turn this into a marketing type of post? I do things intentionally, right? But you've got to get your name out there, and not just it's not just because your name on your profile and on the post you're publishing is appearing that this is going to make people know you. Knowing you is a little bit deeper than that. Share your core values. What are your core values, right? And that goes into core values is sharing values. The word is in it. Now, that's how you're going to start making people like you, which is quite important. If they stick around, if you share value with them, if you know even better your audience's core values, you can speak their language, you can share a message that is really in congruency with what they're looking for, so that when they read you, when they listen to you, when they connect with you, they're like, oh my God, how do you know that I needed this, so that I wanted that I'm at that stage in my life? How did you know that? That is because you are connecting with your audience, which usually, very often, not usually, but very often, our audience is the reflection of who we are. Hence, our audience can evolve and changed, and some will stay, some will go, some new people will come, because we're changing, we're evolving as good human beings that we are. Things that were relevant a few years ago for us are not so relevant today, and what is relevant today might not be relevant at all, even maybe next year. So when sharing value, when connecting with your audience, when providing them with solutions that they truly want, not just solutions saying, hey, I've got a product for your problem. Hey, here's my art that can help you with feeling much better. Hey, here is my weight loss solution and liquid gold collagen that is going to make you feel amazing and $1 million. That's not value necessarily, right? We can build a story behind it. Like, is there any other things that you can share in your post that is going to make your audience feel good? If they are, struggling with weight loss, what other tips can you share that are going to be valuable, and that you can say, and by the way, so maybe like drink more water, have that amount of steps a day to get you into action, go to the gym, find a gym buddy, get a coach. And by the way, if you know that I'm coaching, you probably know that I also get to help people with weight loss through coaching, or through the right supplement, or I'm giving them the right solutions that is helping them release. If you want more info, let me know. However, just use the tips that I've shared with you in the post. Value post. And even sometimes without even call to action, if you do a great post, people will react and connect with you because you've provided so much value in the forefront. Okay, when they are feeling that they get more value than being pitched, they will stay around and they will start trusting you. Because when you're giving more value than you actually pitch people, what is going to happen in their mind naturally is, heck, if I'm getting so much value out of that gal or guy, what am I going to get when I'm spending money, investing money with that person in their coaching program, in their products, in their art, in their weight loss program, in their whatever. Okay, what am I going to get if I'm already getting great value for free from them? Right? What more can I get? Right? Does that resonate with you? And this is how you build the like trust factor. When they trust you, then they purchase from you. And once they've spent money with you once, it's easier to get an existing client rebuying from you. This is what clients retention is so huge, important, and undervalued than constantly running towards new clients. Don't get me wrong, we've got to keep on going and impacting people, especially if we believe in what we've got, which I hope it's your case. We've got to keep on, having new fresh blood within our business, which is new people that we can impact positively, giving them the solutions that we have to their problems so they can have the happy ending they are looking for, the feeling within themselves, and also the external satisfaction of what they've created with your solution. Yet customer retention, because it's so easy, it's so much easier to keep having people rebuying from you than convince someone. I don't really like the word convince in that example, but like make people see the value in the solution that you've got going on for the problem. It's easier to have someone rebuy from you over and over again, right? And this is also part of what they are sharing within this bootcamp that I'm part of, that I've talked to you about a few minutes ago. They really give them some philosophical way of thinking that is disrupting even my own mind. I'm like, whoa, this is so mind-blowing. And I mean, listen, I'm tuning into it. It's like 1 a.m. in the morning, hey? And because they are over delivering, they go on. And it's not on and on with blabbering, it's on and on with like amazing nuggets and crazy value. But I'm still there and I'm like sucking it up, all of it, because it's that good. And when I go and chat to my people, my audience, my leads, my clients, etc., my verbiage, not that I become a different person, kind of, yet I'm developing myself much quicker because I'm hanging out with those people. This is what I'm like so happy to bring that to you, right? And if you want to know what's going on behind the scene and where I'm actually getting my knowledge, right, as a coach, and why and how I am actually managing to impact my own clients in my coaching practice, this is where it happens. This is in that space where I'm developing even myself, and I'm giving you access to actually the stuff, the nuggets, the really juicy content, platform, trainings, people, resources, essentially, of what I am personally using and growing with. Hey, Mitch, nice to see you. And I'm giving you access to all this within this bootcamp for 8 weeks. And that is madness, right? Like my coaching clients pay me quite a nice high ticket, right, for my personal coaching. And I'm giving you access to the source of where I get the info and my training and where I've been developing my skills for the past several years at a like fraction of, like, it's nothing, peanuts to hang out with 6, 7, 8-figure earners. So if you want more info on the bootcamp, just go on that link that is right here, right? thierryalexander.com/bootcamp. And then that will give you access. But remember, just give value to people, be more a giver than a taker. And that is going to always be coming back to you in many folds. That's really what I'm learning myself over the years. I used to be take. And what I really essentially right now, what I'm connecting with and what makes me say that I prefer to give more than taking and taking and taking and taking and taking, is because I've got enough. I am enough. I have enough. I don't need more stuff. I have enough stuff. Really, when I think about it, not that I don't like getting, new gadgets and stuff and whatever, but do I really need it? I'm giving more thoughts to my expenses, where I'm spending my money. And it's not about the things, it's not about me getting, and it's so much more rewarding, satisfying to give back, to empower other people, than just always taking. Where is that going? If you don't give it back, where is all that going? If you keep it inside of you and you're not expanding, first, if you keep it inside of you, you're not giving, you're not going to expand, because you've got no more space to actually get more wisdom and knowledge. Also, another thing is that we learn more by giving, we learn more by teaching than just keeping. Oh God, that's a good one. I need to write it down. So we learn more by giving / teaching than taking, right? Isn't that true? How do you feel? Do you feel better when you are receiving? Well, taking. Receiving is another thing than taking, I believe, right? Do you feel better when you're taking or when you're giving? Let me know. Let me know where you're at. Do you feel better when you're giving to somebody something, or empowering someone with a knowledge that you have, a wisdom that is making them happier, that makes them move the needle into their life, their business, their relationship with whatever area of life? Or do you feel more satisfied when you are just taking, not receiving, taking, right? When someone is giving you and you're receiving, that's one thing. Just taking, going into a community and then be there, not interacting, taking, and not sharing your input, not giving some love, not just taking. Where do you feel better? That gives you some clues, some hints of what we need to be doing more of. And the answer is giving more than we take, because we've got enough. You are enough. You are abundance, and you've got value. If that's what you are afraid of, you've got value to give, because you've lived long enough to have learned something at whatever level of whatever stage of your life, to be able to teach it to somebody else that is wanting to learn that exact thing that you know how to do. Right? So anyway, I've been rambling here, but again, if you want to get onto the bootcamp with me, have fun together while learning, expanding that, empowering ourselves, while interacting, giving back to the community, as well as giving that learning back to other people you know and you want to empower as well in return, as a ripple effect of what you've been learning yourself, then check it out right here, the bootcamp, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. It's just an awesome place to be over there. People are so unconditionally giving, with love and support and everything. It's a beautiful place. So anyway, lots of love to you. Hope you're well. Have an amazing end of the week. I'm just gonna check what I've got going on, and in fact, I've got to go because I've got a premium training in about an hour and 15 minutes, and I want to take a little bit of a break before doing some connections, because I've been kind of slacking today, and I need to catch up on what I've got to do. Anyway, lots of love. You take care. This is a wrap.